Hello and welcome to Overdrive. Now, factory visits are always a lot of fun, and today we are at the River factory to see how the Indy is assembled. So, in this video, we are going to show you some of the processes. Now, when you look on that side there, all those yellow cages that you see is where all the components come in. The trucks bring in all the components, and here are the assembly lines. So, let's go take a look at what the assembly of the Indy looks like. Let's go check it out. So there are two assembly lines running in parallel. One you will see here and one on the other side. And in the center is the component line. This is where all the components are, which essentially are flowing onto those assembly lines. And that is where the River Indy is getting assembled. Let's go take a closer look. So this is where you will see the frames, and there it's coming off. In fact, this is a nicer view of the frame. And that is where the stamping is happening. That is where the frame number or the chassis number is being stamped. This is the frame of the Gen 3 River Indy. And once the QC is done, the sticker goes on there. And here you see the swing arms and the motor with the wiring harness and the chain drive. So this is the sub-assembly line. So this is the electric motor. It comes from Male and it comes from Coimbatore. Most of the stuff on the River Indy is localized. And this is where the motor is basically mated to the swing arm, the chain drive. So this sub-assembly happens here on this line. It is a little bit on the heavier side, of course. So they will use these cranes, these tiny cranes, to pick up the motor and safely take it to that assembly line. And here you will see it being assembled onto the swing arm. So this is where the first heavy assembly starts, literally, because the frame has now been brought onto the bed here. And this is where they will now assemble the front forks, which you will see right here. So here you will now see the forks being picked up, and this is where it will be assembled with the main frame. And you will see on the other bed that the battery is now ready. That battery pack will now be assembled in the floor of this chassis. There you go. The chassis will now sit on top of the battery, and this is where the battery pack will be assembled to the main frame. Once the battery is assembled, the main stand is also assembled onto the chassis, and this is the spot where the Indy now starts to stand on its own feet. You have the front tire and the main stand, which allows it to stand on the assembly line, and that just makes the assembly process much easier as it goes forward. The swing arm and the motor assembly that we saw in the sub-assembly bit, that is now here. The suspension bits are now going on there, and the swing arm will now get attached to the main frame. And it's quite a quick process. Both the suspension arms have gone in, the swing arm has gone in, and now they will just attach it to the main frame. There you go. And this is where the brain, the MCU, gets its spot on the River Indy. Small component getting its due space there. This is also where they will now install the wiring harness. The entire loom is here. They will route it through the proper channels that they've made on the chassis, and everything just quickly goes on there. It's so satisfying to watch. You'll also see a little job card that has been rolled in there. Of course, that's not coming with your scooter, but that's for the people on the shop floor to quickly take a look at the various elements that have been assembled, make sure that everything's gone in there. So it's like a quick checklist of sorts. This is also where the foot pegs have been installed now. And now it will go in front where the rest of the wiring loom will be pulled out to be mated with some of the other electrical elements. And after that is where the river starts taking shape. Let's go take a look. What you're seeing here are the body panels. This is where the body panels go on to the chassis. This is where the Indy starts taking its color. So you'll see that all the River Indies on this assembly line are in white. Why is that? Well, basically, River has now already figured out what the demand is like, right? So a fun fact, almost 40% of the River Indies that are hitting the road right now are gray in color. But they also know what is the mix for the white, the red, the blue, the yellow. So they will plan their production schedule accordingly. They don't want to keep more than a 3-day inventory at a time at the factory. So which is why they'll plan a very tight production schedule. They'll plan what colors to make at what time and how many. And those go into the inventory and then they are shipped out to the dealers. So they've figured out what kind of an inventory mix to send to the dealer. And that's exactly what they're doing. So right now, it's all whites. That is the safe color. So it's a safe color to keep in the inventory as well. So that's the first half of the production done. You see the rear body panels, you see the apron coming in place, you see the space for all your knickknacks being assembled right here. So all those things have gone in. What is still missing is the front apron. What is still missing is, of course, the instrumentation. So now it will move to the second part of the assembly line. So all these scooters are going to arrive here. This is where the switch gear, this is where the brake reservoirs are going to be assembled. This is where the instrumentation is going to go on the scooters as well. And once that bit is done, the scooter will again roll from here to the next half of the assembly line, which is precisely what we see here. And that's the scooter following us to get on to the assembly line that you see here. Speaking of aprons, you see a cloth apron being put here because this is where the oil is being filled into those master cylinders. So you will see the oil going in and you don't want any of that dripping onto the rest of the bodywork, right? Which is why this kind of care has been taken and now the covers just go on top. So now you see that the body has taken shape and they're also checking all the electricals. By electricals, I mean the headlights, taillights, the switchgear. Wait, the headlight is still to go on there. That's a little bit ahead on the process, but here they're checking the switchgear. They're checking whether the horn works, the indicators work, the taillight works. And once they get a tick here, it moves on for the headlight assembly. And once those lights have been checked, this is where a very important accessory comes into play. That is the pannier mount, a big talking point for the River Indy, right? This is where it gets assembled. You will see a mix of men and women working on the assembly line across the different shops. And River, in fact, tells us that 20% of their workforce are women. Now, this set of trays that you see here actually hold the massive storage that the River Indy comes with. Remember, we said it takes a full face helmet as well. So this is the entire assembly there. That's the seat plus the storage box. So it will get picked up from here, and this is the spot where it will get installed on the scooter. And now this is where the signature headlight of the River Indy. This is where the signature headlight of the River Indy gets assembled. It's a very important design aspect of the River Indy, one that clearly differentiates the Indy from the Yamaha EC06. In fact, the Yamaha EC06 is going to be assembled on this very line. And that's the beauty of it. They are not using very specialized tools in a good way. Because there's a lot of human intervention there, they are able to quickly switch between a River Indy or a Yamaha EC06 without having to change too many processes. So that is definitely a win. Well, built and ready to hustle on the Indian streets. This is how the River Indy is assembled. It will now practically roll off the assembly line and get ready for its final inspection. So this is where the final fasteners are being used to make sure that everything is in place, everything is as per the River quality. From there, it will head on to this little simulator right here, which is pretty interesting. So this is where they will do the final electrical check. And now I'm not talking about the peripherals like the headlights, taillights, etc. This is where the simulator will actually run and check voltages across the different electric components. And once that bit is done, then it heads to the dyno. You see the scooter just going onto the dyno right there, and that is where it will run for its performance parameters. A quick recheck on all the performance parameters to ensure that the vehicle is running as per the requirement. This is to ensure that all the performance parameters are met as per River's expectations before it heads out for one final PDI. In fact, I'm going to take the creative and the practical liberty of riding the scooter for the PDI, but please don't do this without the riding gear. Please don't do it without the helmet. In fact, their own riders also ensure that they are completely in gear even for this little 50-meter journey. So, safety first. So the final PDI process includes checking for any paint imperfections, any imperfections in the panel gaps, etc., ensuring that everything is ready to hit the showroom. Now, it will take about 45 minutes for the entire scooter to get assembled, unless, of course, hacks like us come here, delay them with all the shoots, etc. But every 3 minutes, there'll be a scooter rolling out. That is the efficiency with which this assembly line works. They'll do about 200 scooters a day, up to 8,000 scooters a month. That's the peak capacity. And as the demand ramps up, they are ready to even have a completely new factory by 2027. Now, these will include, like I said, the River Indy as well as the Yamaha EC06 and any other scooters that they decide to build in the future. So like I said, an assembly line, seeing a vehicle come together is always a lot of fun. If you ever get the chance, please do that. And I hope you enjoyed watching this video. You enjoyed watching the River Indy come together. And if you haven't test ridden one already, please go ahead and do that. And if you want to know what we think about the scooter, the review is already showing on OVERDRIVE.